In this volume of the Iron Fist Boxing channel, we are going to discuss in detail if the Kazakh machine Triple G is still considered an elite fighter at the age of 38. What's up, boxing warriors? I'm your host Cortez. I'll be bringing you new controversial subjects that are always straightforward and focused on facts and not feelings. Make sure and punch the like button, hit the bell icon, and subscribe to the Brotherhood to join the movement. Gennady Golovkin, more known as Triple G, is known throughout the boxing world as a Kazakh machine who inflicts thunderous blows with life-altering effects to his rivals. The question that we'll be answering is simple. At 38 years old, is Triple G the same violent predator that he once was in his prime? And second, have his skills diminished to a point where he is no longer considered an elite top 5 boxer in the world today? Let's be honest, during his prime years, he was an absolute terminator, with a singular program mission to seek and destroy his rivals by punishing them mentally and physically in the ring, not only violently reconstructing their facial bones, but at the same time issuing reverberating effects on their shattered minds, never to be the same man again. With a pristine record of 40 wins and 1 controversial loss and 1 controversial draw, Gennady's record matches his legend, but there is a common term in the sporting world, especially in the professional ranks, that father time is undefeated, but that doesn't mean you have to quit fighting. We will apply the same quote to Triple G and explore the last 7 fights of his pro career to pinpoint where time may be catching up to Golovkin that turned him from once an unstoppable machine to a mere mortal. The first sign of vulnerability came from the hands of an undefeated welterweight Kell Brook, who went toe-to-toe with the larger, more powerful Golovkin, and even though he lost via TKO, he showed the world that the monster of the middleweight division could be hurt. 6 months later, Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs was the first boxer to survive Triple G's 23 consecutive knockout streak. But not only did Jacobs survive, he took Triple G into deep waters in a complete war of wills, with a razor victory going to Gennady, showing for the first time Triple G was not a machine. On September 15, 2017, 6 months removed from his previous fight, he faced his supreme rival Saul Canelo Alvarez in a super fight, where the majority of fans and boxing pundits saw him win yet again but showed vulnerability. Golovkin's once devastating knockout power seemed to be diminishing when his Mexican rival made it the whole fight without taking any serious damage and declared a draw. 8 months had passed and Triple G faced Vanes Martirosyan, an inactive junior middleweight who put up a valiant fight but was easily put to rest in the second round, proving that Triple G could still take out the trash and destroy C+ level competition in knockout fashion. Exactly 1 year from the first fight, at the age of 36, he faced his Mexican foe once again in an all-out war where both men left everything in the ring, but the effects of father time began to manifest themselves in the legendary knockout artist and lost a majority decision to Canelo. 9 months had passed and Triple G fought an undefeated journeyman who was ranked 84th, and Gennady once again felt the hands of time press against him and won the fight via knockout, but looked lethargic and appeared to have defensive issues as his rival kept finding a home for his right hand on Triple G's face. On October 5th, 2019, at the age of 37, fighting his Ukrainian rival known as a Technician, Father Time would wrap himself around Triple G's whole body like an anaconda and refuse to let go. Triple G would thoroughly get dominated the last 8 rounds of the fight and somehow won the decision in one of the most controversial fights of the year, even to be booed at the end of the fight by his own fans. At the age of 38, this dominant warrior went from a total machine to a man, with still something to prove, but is it too late in the game to turn back the clock? I feel as great as Triple G was, he is no longer the same. I would not classify him among elite fighters in the boxing world today. In boxing, you are only as good as your last fight. I'm curious to see if the Kazakh will prove all of us wrong and have just enough to turn back the clock just one more time to allow us a glimpse of the knockout king we used to know from years ago. If you enjoyed this volume, I'd like to invite you to join the Brotherhood and show your support by hitting the bell icon so you don't miss the next video, giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. We have another controversial video coming up later this week and look forward to sharing it with you. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.